Yo guys, what's good? It's your boy Blank Online, and today I wanted to talk about the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 servers once again. And no, this is not an entry in the Hot Garbage series. We're going to be talking about how Treyarch upgraded the servers to 64 Hz. Now scratch all the people crying out for 60 Hz servers from the beta. Screw that, screw 60 Hz. We don't need that because we have 64 Hz servers. Wow, amazing, right? It's incredible. So a Reddit user goes by the name of Soja92 has took to the Black Ops 4 Reddit and posted results on both PS4 and PC, and it's showing that the multiplayer client rate is at 64 Hz while the server update rate is at 60 Hz. Now this means two things. So the multiplayer client is what you download from the server. So it's the refresh rate updates, it's the game updates, it's basically updating what you see when you're playing the game on multiplayer, and that has been increased so that happens faster, and that's running at 64 Hz while the server update rate is at 60. So that is what you as a player upload to the server. That's what your movements, your gunshots, your everything. So things that happen and that you see have been upgraded to 64 from 30, as well as what you do in the game and that being uploaded to everyone else in the game has been updated to 60. Now it's not a constant 64 and it's not a constant 60, it's a targeted 64 and a targeted 60, but these things do peak at 64 and 60, and that's a good thing. It's definitely an improvement from what we got when the game launched and when the servers were at 20 Hz. It's a massive improvement from that, and I'm glad to see that Treyarch did this. Again, as I said, it's not a max. It's not like constantly 64 and it's not constantly 60. Well, you're not always gonna get that, but at least they have the capability now to reach those high hertz, those hertz that we all wanted to. We all wanted 60. They gave us 64. So what more can we ask for? It does seem that custom games, however, is not on the same level as multiplayer. So normal multiplayer is running at 64 for multiplayer client and then 60 for server. However, custom games seem to be running at 20 on client and 60 on server. So the client rate update is still pretty slow from what we saw in the game's launch, running still at 20 for custom games, but the server update rate is at 60, so that is an improvement there. It's totally possible that we could see improvements in custom game servers as well, whereas I think that I see Treyarch focusing more on getting a constant 64 on multiplayer rather than focusing on custom games at this moment. And we're going to talk about Blackout for a little bit here. It seems that Blackout is also still running at 20 for the client and 60 for the server. It does appear that the client is trying to target a 40 during 100 to 80 players in each match. So when the player count is 100 to 80 players, it seems like the client is trying to target that 40 Hz, but it natively runs 20 Hz on the client side of things, whereas the server side of things is still 60, which is an improvement from what we've seen previously when the game first released. Now, if you have no clue on what the hell I just said, I'll try to explain it again once more, a bit slower. So in Blackout, let's say that you are in a gunfight it's your quad versus another quad. Basically the game is going to register what other players do and display it on your screen at a much slower rate when the players are not between 80 to 100 players. But when there's more players in the game, then you'll be downloading information faster and more frequently. Whereas when when you're doing stuff, you're picking up weapons, you're shooting shots in the game, that is updating in the server a lot faster than what we once saw in the game. So this is all a good thing. It happened so randomly. It happened on the 27th of October. That's when it was first discovered, and I know I'm a couple days late, but I've been hella busy with really life stuff, so I really haven't been able to touch on this lately, but I did want to talk about it. I did not want to ignore the server update because it's been such a big issue in Black Ops 4 recently that I just couldn't shy away from making a video on it. I think the next step from here is to get constant results across both multiplayer and blackout. I think that we need to get a constant 64-60 on multiplayer custom games blackout. I think that's what the goal is, and I think that's what Treyarch is aiming towards. But I'm so happy that we've gotten to a point in multiplayer where we're targeting 60 Hz on server, we're targeting 64 on client update rates. And I think the next steps from here, again, as I said, getting that 64-60 or even 64-64 across multiplayer, across client and server for all three multiplayer custom games and blackout. But then the next step was going to update and really break down the nitty gritty of the netcode, which has to do with things like hit detection. So just again, once all this server tick rate, client update rates and stuff like that have been sorted out, then Treyarch can go ahead and look at the nitty gritty in the netcode and see how they can improve the network further, given that it's running as fast as it can. I'm not saying that it can't go past 64-64. I'm just saying that having both client and server at 64 across all three multiplayer custom games blackout, and then from there continuing to increase the speed of the servers while also looking at the nitty gritty would be a good thing for everyone. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure you click that like button, leave a comment down below. What do you guys think about these servers so far? What is your experience on them? Because for me, over the past 2 days, I've seen a definite improvement in my connection, in compared to other people, in hit detection, in all aspects. This speed update has definitely made my experience a lot better, and I want to know what it's like for you guys. Click that subscribe button if you're new here, click the bell for alerts so you don't miss out on another video. Follow me on Twitch TV, twitch.tv/blankonlive. We'll be streaming very soon, so do not miss out on that, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.